Warning, this show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Come on, Brooks. I know you're there. We have to talk about the live show. Brooks! What the fuck? He's not there. Hello? Brooks? When you get this, can you call me back, please? We have to talk about Suplah in the Bank, and I don't know where anyone is!
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. Hi, I'm Andy Quan, and with me, as always, is Sam Brooks.
So before we really get our feet into the mud here, I want to get your opinions on a couple of things.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the following people?
Okay, what's up?
Alexa Bliss.
Bay.
Anything more than 3 letters.
Very good.
Okay. Bayley.
Very good.
Okay. Samoa Joe.
Very good.
I'm hoping for some different words with this next one. Finn Balor.
Good?
Okay. Now you may be wondering why I'm asking him this. It's because I want record of the opinions that he has about specific people, so that when he inevitably flip-flops,
I don't flip-flop!
and says that he's tired of them, like he has done many times in the past.
No. Here's
Villains,
why I'm saying...
The Authors of Pain.
Because they don't...
The Revival.
It's just, yeah, but it's the same thing with the Authors of Pain. I just want them to get their comeuppance and lose. And then push them to the main roster. Because we need more time.
I want him to specify his opinions now, so that when he inevitably changes them like he always does, we have this to look back on. Now, judging by those names, you can probably guess we're going to be talking about Extreme Rules today, but before we do that, we have a couple of comments to read. So the last time we did this, we talked about the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, wonderful.
Delightfully wonderful. Thank God it's not a fucking pink briefcase.
Yeah, they revealed it on the SmackDown, and it is, I believe it's white with a gold trim, yeah?
I believe so.
Which is good, because that's what the belt looks like.
Yes.
Just needs a bit of blue, so you can tell it's SmackDown.
But Money in the Bank is an exclusive SmackDown thing, so it doesn't matter.
Shh. The other briefcase is blue. It's not gold anymore.
Is it?
Yeah. Based on the posters and the advertisements, the male briefcase is now blue.
But why don't they just leave the briefcase alone, like...
Just leave it alone. It's had a rough life.
Just have a normal briefcase. Just a normal leather briefcase. Wow.
Leatherly briefcase.
Awesome. This is like that word that I'm not allowed to say.
Last time you did talk about the Women's Money in the Bank, what do I think? Because I don't think I was there for it. I think it's a great idea. Although, how many people are on SmackDown that are also women?
Well,
in this Venn diagram, how deep is the SmackDown women's roster?
You have Becky Lynch on that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Let's run this down. Becky, Charlotte, Tamina, Natalya, Carmella, Naomi, Lana. 7 people.
Yeah, that's enough for a Money in the Bank.
No, it's not that. It's that, does it warrant a briefcase when the division itself can mostly fit into a single ladder match? Do you remember one of the first Money in the Banks where it had maybe like 10 people?
Yeah, but that one
and that was the entire heavyweight division?
Oh, I thought
minus 1.
I thought that was the one where they had like Ric Flair and Finlay for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They had like 10 people in there. Imagine if all of those 10 people were the entire heavyweight division and then the champion at the time. All I'm
Well,
saying is that there needs to be maybe a little bit of depth before they decide to do this, and I'm not knocking the idea. I'm always open for more Money in the Banks because it's my second favorite concept in the WWE behind the Royal Rumble, but still, like, you get what I mean?
well, I think like it's fine. That's the right number because, you know,
I mean,
makes-
they have
it makes-
5
it
women
makes
in the
sense.
match.
it makes sense for like having everyone in your division be in this match because then they all have the opportunity. In theory, in Kafab, they can't argue saying, "Well, I didn't give you a chance to have a title shot." In theory, Shane just gave them all a chance. So in kayfabe, they can't really complain.
Forgot about Nikki Bella.
Is she?
She's being overlooked.
Okay.
I think it's time we start to push Nikki Bella.
Please stop.
I think it's her time.
No, it's not.
I think she is
Please stop.
ready.
Stop it.
But anyway, we have some comments here, namely one from Woofy, the Bloodhound. And, oh god, okay. Alright, Andrew. What's our status on Jinder Mahal? Are we allowed to talk about him, or do we want to not talk about him?
I'm starting to get like PTSD.
You've been to war.
I feel like if you mention the words Jinder Mahal one more time, I'm going to be triggered.
So, are we allowed to talk about Gin and Tonic Mahal at all? Or are we not?
Just say what Woofy said.
Okay. I would say Schlahal is the worst guy to hold the WWE title, but Vince McMahon held it himself for a few days in 1999. To me, that's worse. Going back to that point of Jinder can't be the worst champion, and I gotta say, you know, okay, and this is gonna be the last thing I ever say about Linda Bahal on this show.
Are we
okay?
just rhyming here?
I can't say his actual name, otherwise you'll die.
Oh, yes.
That's the rule.
Oh, right. Yep, gotcha.
So,
Yep.
Kinder Bahal, I don't
this
hate
kind of-
him anymore.
Ah.
I mean, yes, the idea was poorly executed, and yes, it's transparent as hell, but you can't say they're not trying with him. You can't say they've given him like a cool entrance with like updated graphics. They've kind of maybe sort of given him a logo. He now has an official shirt on WWE.com. You know, and he's having matches that aren't the worst. We've seen worse this past weekend, believe me, and it's like, I don't know, maybe we're too quick to judge. I mean, it still stands to the point that the execution was piss poor, but I think in the long run, it's not going to be bad. He's clearly a transitional champion that's going to lose at some point. He's not going to hold it until WrestleMania, like a certain Bork Laser. So,
I think
what's the big problem?
I think it's just a massive, like, just both of the main event world titles right now are just you've got it on what you got one on a guy that isn't there and turns up at the worst pay-per-view name in human history.
Not true.
Yes, it is. And
No,
then,
it's not.
I mean, no, I mean, I before this, I would have gone, yes, that is not true. Fucking Fatal 4-Way, or, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, any gimmick pay-per-view is just
Fatal
stupid.
4-Way. They literally had a pay-per-view called Fatal 4-Way because the main event was you guessed it, a Fatal 4-Way.
But Great Balls of Fire is the worst thing ever. And it's clear that Vince is slowly going insane or something. I don't know. The point is that
Wrap
You've
this up,
got-
web this up. We can't talk about Kinder Surprise too
yeah,
often
okay,
anymore,
alright. So Brock Lesnar is the champion and he's never there. And he's
Right.
probably going to beat Samoa Joe. And
Probably.
then you've got it on Jinder Mahal, a guy who was a jobber less than 6 weeks ago. So... What?
It's a good thing they're doing things with the women, like this Money in the Bank briefcase.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean...
Well, he also says, women's Money in the Bank is going to be awesome, I reckon. Now, what do you guys feel about Lana possibly being added to the match? Here's the thing about Lana, for those who maybe don't know. And this isn't related to the topic today, so we can talk about it a little bit. On SmackDown, Lana made her re-debut, shall we say,
Okay.
in a new segment. And somehow, some way, the WWE creative team thought, hey, We have Naomi, a champion that is only athletic and has nothing else other than a butt. Who are we going to put her against? Someone who's 0-1 in their entire WWE career and has only wrestled on the WrestleMania pre-show.
But to be fair,
in a
that's the
5-on-5 tag match.
To be fair, you could say the same for New Day. Like, they haven't earned it, they're just getting a title shot. Just saying.
Is that a recurring theme with SmackDown now?
Yeah, the land of opportunity, if you've just turned up. Like, literally...
I mean, even Jinder won a match to become #1 contender. At least he had that. Like, this, Lana shows up. Everyone loves her for some reason. She's getting mega face pops, and then Naomi cuts an awful promo that makes me cringe super hard. Let me finish. And then somehow we get worked into making Naomi versus Lana because Naomi's like, I will snatch her bald. Bugs Bunny. Psst. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you know why Lana's getting over?
Because she's fit.
She's very attractive.
Because you like to look at her. Never ignoring the fact that she's one of the most over managers of this decade.
Yeah.
Just gonna ignore that. She's one of the most popular managers we've had in a long time.
I just think...
Female managers.
How is she...
We want Lana, remember that?
I mean, I'm guessing she knows how to bump. But, like, off a ladder...
NXT house shows have said that she's very good. And she's not even in the ladder match. She's just having a title shot with Naomi. Regular match. From what we know.
Alright, okay, yeah, sorry, my bad. But I'm just saying, like...
This ain't gonna be a bad thing. If anything, it can't be worse than what we just saw at Extreme Rules. Which we will get to. But, oh my god. I didn't think a match involving one of the 4 horsewomen could be so bad.
Oh dear.
Whew. Anyway. We got another comment here from Alex King who says, what are your thoughts on WWE considering long-term plans for a heel Finn Balor to leave the Balor Club? Bullshit. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I really don't think they're going to go with that because you have Finn Balor who could easily be like a really over like face character. And yes, we know he's good at performing as a heel, but like he's better suited in a face role, especially on Raw, which is seemingly run by heels.
It seems daft,
or people that
though,
get booed all the time.
It seems a bit daft that they brought in basically the Bullet Club to Raw, and they're not going to use that.
Maybe they're teasing.
Yeah, but you can only keep
Maybe they don't
so
view them
to...
on the same level. Maybe they view Finn Balor as a big megastar, and they view Gallows and Anderson as cannon fodder. Which is far from truth, but, you know, we're used to that nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it is possible.
I mean, it's not to say it won't ever happen. I just think right now they're all scattered off doing their own thing because they're better suited in the roles they're in now. Rather than being a massive heel stable, because think about it. On Raw, you have the main event with Lesnar, and he's never there. So you have that as off little, like, secluded little plot line. You have the mid-card, which is always involving The Miz. There's not really much room on Raw for a heel stable. If anything, if they're gonna have like a 3-man team, or like a heel stable, or anything like that, say Sanity move up to Raw, they're just gonna have squash matches with jobbers every so often, and they're not gonna have any convincing storylines outside of multi-man matches.
I mean,
there's just not much point. On SmackDown, maybe it can pass because they have better thought in like their storytelling, but
the only issue I have with Extreme Rules, because I've seen it up to a point, and then I've just been busy all week. But you said The Miz. Can someone please give him something else to do? Please. I feel like every 5 seconds he wins back the challenger.
Well, let's just go straight into Extreme Rules, shall we? So Extreme Rules happened this past weekend, and everyone was like, surprised? I think it's fair to say we were all surprised at what transpired at this magical pay-per-view. Do you want to go down the list of matches and see what we thought and how we think of them?
Let's do that.
Okay, so pay-per-view, well, the pre-show happened and Kalisto beat Apollo Crews in a surprisingly decent match.
Well, I don't think it's surprising, because you've got a tiny flippy dude, and then you have a really big flippy dude.
Who lost to the tiny flippy dude.
It's fine, but the match was good.
It was good, and that's fine. You're furthering the Titus brand, which is more entertaining than it has any right to be, so no complaints there. Show opens with the Intercontinental Championship match between Dean Ambrose and The Miz, which is the most frustratingly convoluted stipulated match of all time. It's a normal match. You can't use weapons, you can't do any of that because you'll get disqualified. However, the only difference is, if Dean, the champion, gets disqualified, he loses the championship. So Miz can't use weapons either. There's nothing extreme about this match, which is opening Extreme Rules.
Here's my other problem. I feel like this feud has been going on forever. And not only that,
Andy,
these two
Andy,
have basically been involved in
Andy,
the Intercontinental title thing since God knows when.
Andy!
Yes?
It has been going on forever. Yeah, it's been going on since January.
Make it stop.
Ambrose beat The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship in January.
I can't remember who said it. It might have been Keelan. But he said at least in the last 9 months, the Intercontinental title has just been kind of going through Miz, Ambrose, Ziggler, Miz, Ambrose, Miz, Ambrose, Miz, Ambrose. It's just those two over and over again.
Let's have a look at the Wikipedia page.
God damn it.
I mean,
but yeah, I mean,
Miz
like, Baron
great,
Corbin's had a feud with Dean and
in a good
but...
role and everything, but I don't know, it's just, all of these performers, like, The Miz is a main event level talent. Like him or not, and I know you don't like him for whatever reason, but he's working at a main event level. But hey, if you're on Raw, you're not in the main event.
Because your name isn't Brock Lesnar.
Your name isn't Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, or wild card filler name to pad out time until WrestleMania 34.
Yeah,
The Miz isn't going anywhere. On SmackDown, he could have had actual progression, and hey, maybe he could have faced Randy Orton instead, but no. He had to go to Raw with his mid-card championship and stay stuck in the box.
Yep. Yeah, I love how they were feuding on SmackDown. So they just brought him over to feud on Raw.
The same guy. Because they brought over the fucking guy as well.
Okay, at this point during the show, I turned it off. Because...
Wow.
What? There's someone at the door. Ooh.
Brilliant. Who's at the
There's
door?
There's someone here. Who is
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Okay.
This might be getting cut out. This might be getting cut out.
I'm not going to cut that out, Sam. Yeah, at that point, I just turned it off because I'm just sick.
I mean, the match was good.
But you look at the pictures from last year. Guess who's holding up the Intercontinental title last year?
The Miz.
Who's holding it this year?
The Miz.
Like, I'm just kind of sick of it now.
I mean, like, The Miz is good, and, like, he
I'm not
does
saying he
bring
isn't good. I'm
prestige
just
to
saying
the belt.
it's the same fucking shit over and over again. Because Rocky is pissed off to his weird farm in the middle of fucking, I don't know, eating steak and shit. Like, stop! Just do something else! Because at that point, I just turned it off. And I'm like, fuck this, I'm done with this event. I can't even be arsed. Because it's the same shit. Over and over and over.
Didn't even make it past the opening.
I couldn't even make it past. I really couldn't. And it's
So
fucking
let's talk about
annoying.
the match itself.
Okay.
I called it, by the way. Because throughout the match, you have the ref being really fucking hands-on and getting touchy-feely with Dean, being like, no, you can't do that, or I'll have to disqualify you.
Liam lost his shit partway through the match.
Why did he lose his shit? What happened?
You know how he predicted the Miz to be like, hit me, Maurice, hit me!
Oh, you mean how I predicted that?
No, did he do it? Well, I
No,
remember...
that was me.
Oh, well, he went completely mental and went, I predicted it! And I'm like...
No, he didn't. That was me.
Okay, well, maybe I'm...
I told him that, and he was like, oh, fuck me.
He claimed it to be his own.
Bullshit.
The fuck? So he's like, I called
Right.
it! And I'm like, God.
So, like, throughout the match, you have the referee getting really hands-on, even though no referee has ever done that. A referee would just disqualify someone for breaking the rules, but he had to be like, no, remember the rules, Dean, remember the rules.
It's
and
Extreme
get
Rules,
really
but I was like-
hands-on. So, you do that for 10 minutes, you have Dean, like, teasing, like, doing disqualification spots, like, empty turnbuckle pads, and then, like, all that shit. And then, 10 minutes in, The Miz gets the bright idea to have Maurice slap him. Which I predicted, and many others have done, so it's not just Liam's idea. Let's
But
get
it
that out of the way
didn't
now.
work.
It didn't work, because why
Yeah.
would it?
Yeah, because
At least WWE has some integrity, because the referee, John Cone, ejected Morris, and everything was okay until a ref bump happened.
Yep.
And the weirdest fucking thing happened where basically the ref was knocked out of the ring when Miz pushed Dean into the referee. And then the referee was like, oh, you bumped into me. And then he walks around the ring over to the timekeeper's area being like, I'm going to disqualify you, even though he could literally stand there and disqualify him by doing that, by signaling for the bell. He didn't have to walk all the way around with Dean following him in the ring being like, no, sir, that wasn't me, that was The Miz.
Oh yeah,
And
that
The
was
Miz
the
hits
other.
the skull-crushing finale and then pins him, and we have a 7-time Intercontinental Champion in The Miz.
That was the other thing that wound me up. Was
What was
the
that?
fact that it was just like, oh, you ran into me on purpose. No,
I'm going to
asshole.
gingerly walk around.
Yeah, and then it's like, no.
What was he going?
You were
What
in
was
the
he gonna
bloody way!
do?
You fucking idiot! Move out the way! Clown! Stupid! That was just like, nope, this insults whatever intelligence I have. No! Not doing it!
Just very little.
Go away! But I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. Screw
No,
this. Off!
it's not.
And that was it, I just fell asleep. Screw this. Couldn't be ours.
To be fair, sleep is probably better than this, but
Well,
regardless, The Miz is now, I believe, second in total amount of Intercontinental reigns. He beat Jeff Jarrett, who had 6. He now has 7. Chris Jericho's next at 9. I feel like we could get a new one. Like a new 9-time champion in The Miz, and I'd be fine with that because, hey, if you didn't already guess, I like The Miz. I think he's great. So, the result was fine, and hopefully Dean can move on and do something different.
I want them to
Maybe.
both do something fucking different.
I want The Miz to have an actual, like, story feud that isn't, look at me making this belt matter. It's like, great, we know you are. Do something else. Make the belt matter by doing something else other than saying, I'm making it matter. Cruiserweights, Rich Swann and Sasha Banks defeated Noam Dar and Alicia Fox in a
There was something
surprisingly
else I
okay
noticed.
match.
There was
What's
no
that?
purple ropes for this match.
Was there not?
There was no purple ropes.
But there was purple ropes for the title match.
Yes. There weren't for the tag match. Because I'm
So
guessing
they
there's
fucked up.
other people involved that are not cruiserweights.
Sasha Banks is technically a cruiserweight.
That's what I'm thinking.
Fuck it, they fucked up.
Yeah, they fucked up. Okay.
Swan and Banks, hometown heroes, which is rare nowadays, but they won in their hometown. Rich Swan's hometown of Baltimore, which was okay.
I can dance.
And then...
And
Alexa Bliss and Bayley in a kendo stick on a pole match, which Meltzer, Melts,
Yep.
things are happening to Meltzer, said was a dud.
Yeah, I heard this. And
He didn't even give it a star rating. He was like, dud.
Here's the thing.
That's the lowest rating a horsewoman has ever got.
It's something on a pole match.
And I agree.
It's not going to be good.
It's justified. No,
It was
it's not
never-
it's not the stipulation, it's the story going into it, it's the booking, it's the fact that it was a glorified squash match. We can sum it up, alright? The way it started was, like, you have them, like, gingerly looking at the kendo sticks that are on poles, and then Alexa's like, hey, Bayley, go and get it. And Bayley, because she's a dumb fucking moron, is like, okay, I'll go get it. And then Bliss attacks her, just dominates her for a bit. And then at some point, Bayley gets the stick, but she doesn't use it. She's, like, scared to use it, even though she's apparently been studying Steve frickin' Blackman in preparation for this, all these hardcore dudes. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I want to use this. And then she gets her fucking shit pushed in by Alexa Bliss, and just beaten and embarrassed and humiliated. And I'm like, fuck me, I miss 2014 Bayley.
Yeah, can
when
you
she
see
was
why I turned
good.
this off? You see why?
Yeah. And it's like,
Oh, no.
alright, maybe Bliss isn't the best in-ring either, but as a character, she's the most, like, fleshed out and enjoyable to
Yeah.
watch. She does the job.
It's
Like, she's not the best all-round performer, but she's one of the top talents, so...
here's a better stipulation they should have done. Just a hardcore.
This is your life on a pole.
Just a hardcore match. Why does it have to be on a pole? Why did you have to... You know what I mean?
On a pole matches don't make sense anyway, unless it's a flag match.
Yeah, like...
Even then, flag matches don't make any fucking sense, so what the hell?
Yeah, it was... For me, it was a stupid stipulation, so it was never going to be good. It was never going to be good because of that.
Fun fact, it was actually shorter than the tag team cruiserweight match.
God damn.
It was also shorter than the pre-show match. By almost half. Pre-show match was like 10 minutes, this was like 5 minutes. So, things aren't looking good for Bayley, and I hope either she or they or whoever's causing this D-push is like, no more. Make Bayley great again. Get Bob Backlund in to help Bayley.
The best Bayley. The greatest Bayley.
And Bayley is like, oh gee, I really want to hug everyone, I'm such a good person. And Backlund's like, ah, ba ba.
Actually, that'd be
Terrible
gold.
pre-recorded
Fuck that now.
segments. They should do that, right? Instead of Darren Young, it's Bayley. I'm
Amazing.
super excited for that. So after that, we had Cesaro and Sheamus becoming the new Raw Tag Team Champions by beating the Hardys.
I didn't see this coming. I've seen the whisper in the wind
Swerve.
at the top of the cage. Which looked
That
fucking...
was a cool spot. It wasn't the best Jeff spot, but it was still fucking brilliant.
Oh,
like,
Christ, that looked brutal.
amazing. So this match was also really fucking stupid because the rules are that both team members of the tag team have to escape the cage. So about halfway through the match, Jeff escapes the cage, leaving Matt with Cesaro and Sheamus. You with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
So then Jeff decides to do a flip off the top of the cage to get back into the cage. So now he's back in the match, even though he already escaped.
Was he
So that's
eliminated?
dumb.
Was he out of the match
No.
now?
Well, I mean, he was out the match when he left the cage, but then when he got back in the cage, I guess he was put back in. He was de-eliminated.
Oh my god!
They didn't explain it properly, right? But that's not the worst of it, because the finish of the match came about when Cesaro and... Well, Sheamus was hanging out the door, because for some reason cages still have a door in 2017, right? Stupid. Sheamus is hanging out the door, Matt Hardy is holding on. This is while Jeff is still outside, by the way. And Cesaro is on the other side of the ring. So Matt didn't think, hey, I'll just let Sheamus fall out, and then I'll go out, and because both me and Jeff are outside and Cesaro is still inside, all the way across the ring, drinking his milkshake, the Hardys will win, because we're both out at the same time. But nah,
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
that didn't happen. And
Yeah.
so Cesaro and Sheamus climb the cage together, and then they get out, and then Matt is outside the cage, and he's trying to drag Jeff's dead corpse out to him, but he didn't quite get it in time, and so we now have two-time Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus. Really, bitch?
Yeah,
You wanna do this?
I
I like Cesaro and Sheamus, and I think the Hardys are fine, but, like, it's the match that was dumb.
yeah.
That was just stupid.
It was stupid how he re-entered the match.
We got a cool spot out of it, at least, but even then, it still makes no sense.
Yeah, he could have just got out of the cage with Sheamus and then they would have won the match.
But yeah, so
So dumb.
no broken Hardys yet, or maybe ever, but
Oh,
Cesaro are now tag champs. Moving on, Neville and Austin Aries had a decent cruiserweight submissions match, wherein Neville beat Austin Aries again.
so
Good.
that's it. That's got to be it now for Aries.
That really has to be it, because I know Neville's beaten him twice dirty, and you can make arguments that, like, he didn't do it properly, but I think we're alright now. I think we've had enough. We've had 3 matches now. Can you do something else, please?
I think that's the moral of
Can
this
you
event.
do something else, please? That's
Do
the-
something else now, thank you.
But hey, they did,
Oh.
because in the main event, decent main event, not the best, not the worst. Samoa Joe
I've seen clips of it.
Samoa Joe won.
The fuck?
And I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm
Basically,
actually glad.
I think the finish came about when Roman was in the ring. By the way, the match had the best start ever, right? Because you have two built-in feuds with Rollins and Joe and Finn and Bray. So they go attack each other, and Roman Reigns literally just stands there
Yeah.
for like 5 minutes. And he's
yeah,
just
whatever.
watching, and he's like, alright, I'll just fucking do nothing. It was actually quite funny, but like, I believe the match ended when Balor did a coup de grace on Reigns, but before he could get a pin, Joe came in and did the coquina clutch and made him pass out, and holy fuck, dream match.
Yep.
Samoa Joe
Versus
versus Brock Lesnar.
fuck.
The Nads of Fire.
They
Fire
are nads.
Festival 2017.
You've seen the logo? It definitely looks like a penis. And
They
balls.
changed it. They changed it because it looked like a penis, but anyway.
Have they actually changed it now?
Yeah.
Oh, it was cock and balls.
It was. But not anymore. So, Samoa Joe.
Yes!
And on Raw,
He choked the fucking
choked-
shit out of Paul Heyman.
he choked Paul Heyman.
God damn yes. And you know
Oh.
what? The Raw rating went up. The moment he fucking did that, the highest rating in weeks. It's almost
Oh.
like people want to see this shit happen.
And like, people are saying that it's obvious he's going to be fed to Lesnar, but there's this little tiny Andy Kwan-sized voice in the back of my head that talks in a less grating manner that says,
Yes,
Joe could win.
Joe could win.
Can you not?
Why am I doing an impression of myself?
Yeah, really. So, the idea that Joe is submission specialist based in his offense and Brock is not. This match is going to be fucking great anyway. I'm hoping it's not a squash match.
No,
I'm hoping they actually have a drawn-out fight because they're building up Joe ever since he got into NXT. Two-time NXT champion. Like,
This
he
has
beat
to
Balor. He beat the Demon for the first time. He's getting all these credentials and shit. And it's like, you can't just put him in like a 2-minute match against Lesnar.
This
I
has
don't
to be the
care how much
hossiest
you have to
match
build
in-
Lesnar, but like, at least give them 7 minutes.
No. This has got to be like the hossiest hoss match in human fucking history. It's got to be like a fucking MMA
10 minutes.
style fight. No, more. Fucking more.
No, they wouldn't go 10 minutes.
They've got to go 15 at least. They've got to be like just beat the shit out of each other.
Remind us when Great Nights of Fire happens,
Yes.
and we'll see how long that match lasts. I really don't think they're going to go for more than 10 minutes, but that doesn't mean to say it'll be a bad match. You can still have a really good match that's fucking less than 2 minutes, right? You know? I just hope that they give Joe something to work with there, so he's not just like, I am Bork, eat Joe, go away now.
German suplex, bye-bye.
So, I'm happy, but I'm cautious, because Extreme Rules was alright.
I mean-
there was some good, but there were a lot of bad.
Yeah.
But it ended alright, and we're getting Joe vs Lesnar dream match. So
I think the way that the way that Joe talked about it on Raw Talk after the match, he was like, "This is a dream match," and I'm hoping that they keep with that kind of theme because it is.
it's open.
It fucking is. It just
It
is.
really is.
It's the Samoan submission machine and the Beast incarnate. Fuck me. Shut up and take my money.
I mean, it's a shame it's not like 2006 Samoa Joe,
Yeah, but it's better
where he
late
was
than never.
murdering everybody.
Better late than never.
At least it's not the Nation of Violence Joe
He had a penis on his face.
and a sword
Yep, that was pretty bad actually.
and the
Think about it.
ninjas.
Bit gross.
Oh,
Anywho,
TNA. So, that was Extreme Rules. What did you think about it? Did you think it was alright? What do you think about the shit pushing in match of Bayley vs Bliss? How about you let us know in the comments below?
yes.
And
Well-
where else can we be found, Andrew?
Well, we can be found on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Just look us up, you'll find us. We also have a Patreon page. Please go to it and be a Patreon. You will get exclusive content like me and Liam reacting to things. The latest one is Russo's Revenge from WCW Nitro in 2000. Good God Almighty, it was bad. And also, we are on the on our website, suplah.com. Go to our website, we do articles and things. I'm still working on one. It's taking me longer than I thought, but it'll be good, I swear. And also, we have a separate thing called Suplah Gaming, where we play video games. So if you ever want to see Derek get laid, you'll be able to soon. Hi, I'm Andy Quad.
You're getting better,
Yeah,
but at the same time, you're
Worse?
getting worse.
it's the circle of life, my friend. Circle of life.
Goodbye, everybody. Don't. Just don't. Think of something else to do, please. Just do something else. Just don't be like... Don't do that. Just do something else. You're capable. You're smart. You know, you're getting really wound up about WWE lately.
Yeah, it's just, I can't bear myself to watch it now.
Here's a tip. Don't be so anal about it.
It's funny, because things.